The email from HR landed in my inbox at 8:17 a.m. with no subject line, just my name in bold. My stomach dropped before I even clicked it. Sarah had never come home from the office Christmas party. She'd texted around midnight, running late, don't wait up, love you, and then nothing. I'd spent the night pacing the kitchen in my socks, phone in hand, trying not to picture worst-case scenarios. Now HR was emailing me a video attachment called, for your eyes only.mp4. My finger hovered over the trackpad like it might burn me. I locked my office door, pulled the blinds, and pressed play. The footage was dark at first, just the low amber glow of the hotel ballroom after most people had gone home. Fairy lights still twinkled overhead, half the tables abandoned with crumpled napkins and lipstick-stained glasses. Then the camera, someone's phone, clearly, swung toward the corner booth where Sarah and I had claimed earlier that night. She was still there, but I wasn't. In my place sat Derek from accounting, the one with the easy laugh and the reputation. Sarah's head was tilted toward him, hair falling across her face the way it does when she's had too much wine. His hand rested on her bare knee under the table, thumb moving in slow circles. I paused it. My pulse hammered in my ears so hard I thought the screen might crack. I told myself it was nothing, just drunk flirting, the kind of thing people laugh off the next morning. I hit play again. Derek leaned in and said something he said made her laugh, really laugh, the open-throated sound I hadn't heard aimed at me in months. She touched his cheek like it was the most natural thing in the world. Then they stood, her hands slipping into his back pocket as they walked toward the elevators. The person filming zoomed in just long enough to catch Sarah glancing back once, almost guilty, before the doors closed. The video ended. 27 seconds that gutted 10 years of marriage. I sat there staring at the frozen last frame, her silhouette against the gold elevator doors, until my vision blurred. The office around me felt fake, like a movie set someone had forgotten to strike. I could still smell her perfume on the scarf she'd left on the passenger seat yesterday, something light and floral that used to make me pull her close in grocery store aisles. Now it felt like evidence. My phone buzzed. A text from her, "Hey babe, rough night, crashed at Jenna's. Home soon. Kiss the kids for me." I typed, then deleted, then typed again. In the end I sent nothing. What do you say when the person you love most has just become a stranger? The rest of the morning I moved through meetings like a ghost. Every time someone asked if I was okay I heard myself lie with a smile that hurt my face. At lunch I drove home, let myself into our too-quiet house, and stood in our bedroom trying to feel something other than nausea. Her party dress was draped across the chair exactly where she'd left it yesterday afternoon, one strap fallen, sequins catching the gray winter light. I picked it up. It still smelled like her, like us. I pressed it to my face and cried like a child, shoulders shaking, until I gagged. When she walked through the door that evening the kids swarmed her with hugs and stories about school. She kicked off her heels, laughed at something our daughter said, and for one terrifying second everything looked normal. Then her eyes found mine across the kitchen and the smile faltered. "Hey," she said softly. "Hey." The kids ran off to watch TV. We stood there with the refrigerator humming between us. "You okay? You look exhausted." I laughed, a sound like breaking glass. HR sent me a video this morning. Every ounce of color left her face. She reached for the counter like she might fall. "Sarah." She started shaking her head before I'd even finished saying her name. It didn't mean anything. I was drunk, we both were, it just happened. Just happened, I repeated. The words tasted metallic. Tears filled her eyes, but she didn't let them fall. "I've been so lonely, Matt. You're always working late, or on your phone, and I'm here drowning in laundry and carpools and feeling like a ghost in my own life." Derek listened. He saw me. For one stupid night I felt wanted. I wanted to scream that I'd wanted her every single day for a decade, that I came home exhausted because I was trying to give us the life she said she dreamed about. Instead I whispered, "Did you sleep with him?" She closed her eyes. One tear finally escaped. Yes. Something inside me folded in on itself, quiet and final. Not rage. Just a hollowing out, like someone had scooped out my ribs and left the cavity. We stood in silence until our son called from the living room asking for juice. Life stubbornly marching on around the wreckage. That night we lay on opposite edges of the bed, a continent of sheets between us. I listened to her cry until she fell asleep, small choked sounds that broke me all over again. I didn't touch her. I couldn't. In the weeks that followed we tried. Counseling. Date nights that felt like funerals. Long, terrible talks at 2 a.m. where she told me about the slow erosion, the way my distracted s had started to feel like dismissal, how invisible she'd become in our own home. I told her about the fear of failing as a provider, how I thought working harder was love. We were both telling the truth, and it still wasn't enough. One Sunday morning in March I woke up alone. There was a note on her pillow in her neat, looping handwriting. I will always love who we were. I'm so sorry I couldn't protect it. The kids are with my mom. Take whatever time you need. She'd taken only her clothes and the framed photo of us from our first apartment. Everything else, the mismatched mugs we collected on road trips, the blanket her grandmother knitted, the stupid dancing hot dog figurine from Coney Island, she left behind like offerings. I sat on the edge of the bed holding that photo until the edges cut into my palms. Outside, spring was starting to push through the cracks in the sidewalk, stubborn and green. I thought about how love isn't one big betrayal, it's 1,000 tiny ones we forgive until we can't anymore. It's choosing every day to turn towards someone, and sometimes forgetting how. I still don't know if we'll make it. Some nights I miss her so violently it feels like dying. Other nights I'm furious at how easily she threw us away. Most nights it's both. But I've learned something brutal and true, you can't make someone feel seen if you're not looking. And you can't beg someone to stay who's already halfway out the door in their heart. So I'm learning to look, really look, at the people again. At my kids when they talk. At the cashier who's having a bad day. At myself in the mirror without flinching. Because the next time I give my heart away, if there ever is a next time, I want to be wide awake for every second of it. Even the ones that hurt.